Hey everybody. Come on, click on the right thing. Welcome back. Spirit Plays. Where this first off, we have to take care of some biz. We ran out of our third weapon slot, so we gotta rectify this. Kaboom. We must enable our addiction. Oh, we hit the 20k mark too, but we are just the epitome of self-discipline, so we're just gonna get some crowns back. Basically paying for our weapon slot. You're gonna have to be patient with me, Ray. He's just gonna go solo the whole area. There should be like, and so I know in Risk of Rain they have mods where. So just check. Last time I recorded, I hit record and for 20 minutes just talked to myself. So now I'm all like hesitant on that stuff. No, as much as you want to be a PvP lowdown, that's not reality. So the other thing we have to do. Here we go. Oh, Bobby failed me again. You and your percentage rolls. There's a bunch of radiance down the freaking pooper. Alright. I got a little tiny shield. Let's get the Megatron shield. I'm a fan of this one. I can't help it. I think, alright. So we got the goodness. Whatever's going on here, we're just going to speed race our way up to our brother Ray. Oh, the party's locked? Let's see. I like having others. I like especially like the tiny people. The newer people, that's better. They're not tiny. How dare I judge their vertical stature. Jump it in and we can help them out. I've really got my hopes up. Like that's the first start of our Radiant revamp. Yeah, it happened for a bit before we missed one shining. But we know it's not reality. Not at depth 19. Don't think that's gonna happen. Anyway, dude, I was listening to the Child of Light soundtrack again. I mean, I can't help but advocate for that game because I played it with my daughter when she was 4. And she was 4, right? So, I mean, oh, we don't need that. We just kill things. That's what we do. So take that for what it's worth. But she pretended she was Aurora. She's a child of light. And she would run around. It's a girl, like, in the first, like, 10 minutes of the game, she's basically awarded wings and she could fly around. So, I mean, it was just amazing. So then you're a little girl with a big sword. You know, she's trying to save her father, so like it was like so good, and the music is just beautiful in that game. Yeah, we killed like maybe 2. Oh, compounds! Why are you so beautiful? One of the usual conversation starters with other men. You lost weight, dude. You're looking good. Unless it's obviously false and, you know, let themselves glow to the, you know, relative etching of like a blueberry. Usually the spherical status is not something you're trying to seek. My friend John, who I work out with, he's actually getting married. He's 45. He's turning 45. So you can work out at any age. Don't ever let age diminish your possibilities. I've had 25-year-old kids, because I can say that now because I'm at the appropriate age, tell me that they are old. And I'm looking at them like, are you kidding me? Actually, he does look a little short there. Empowered hatred. I wonder what empowers him. Well, let's just get rid of this bomb. And what do we need? You know, why are we sweating the small stuff? Let's just go pure, like, ridiculous. Does that make sense? No. Something that makes more palatable sense in my mind. We should equip that as weapon 3. That way it's like, so that's our 1, 2, 3. There we go. Cringe name. Well, what happens when you empower? Oh, it's the necro filth. We have empowered hatred and necro filth. If you're happy and you know, say amen, amen. What is about you? Anyway, words of the wise. Let's go. As our slime buddies. We're all Spiral Knights, right? Just like we're all people. I was doing a study on the concept of envy. I guess I can't type and talk at the same time. It's just very tough. It's tougher than playing a game and talking. Once you mix the paths of the brain that are in the logical sense. Like it's trying to say two words at the same time. I mean, you can say a word that has two meanings, but by the way, that woke is a very political joke. I don't know if anybody gets that besides myself. Huh. Oh, we got hit. That is absolutely not the gun we need. Muraka. Now I have the Minimax Tiny Burst stuff just going in my brain. Where's hello? Oh, okay, good. Like, what is left? We did it. Ray is just a freaking devastation stations, so it's tough for us to fight that. Well, dude, a guy named Necrofilth complaining about lag. Well, you know, I don't know. I got nothing. Let's just stay on track, never look back, keep our eyes on the one that saves us, right? It's a nice children's song. But anyway, Child of Light. It's a story about a little girl that has issues. Actually, not really. She just wakes up. The story's like she dies. By the way, thank you for destroying my screen. She roughly dies. She like like her father's a king. She's a princess. So I mean, it just appeals to every little girl everywhere. And what's going on down here? Nothing good. So the little princess like wakes up, and then she's in this other world, and it turns out like her mother. Ooh, I hope it shocks him. Thank you. Her mother was like the old Queen of Light, and it turns out her dad like fell into despair, and in a moment of despair married like the Queen of Darkness out of all things. Like, good job, Dad. Your judgment might have been a little hampered during that particular decision-making process. Just saying. So it's and then the sister's also in like by the way, the sister, when she gets a part of your party, and she's the one that manipulates time. She gets haste and slow and everybody. She's by far the most tactical like help you can have. It's like a role-playing game, turn-based role-playing game. It's the most tactical help you can have on the party. And then she betrays you and you lose her. And you're like, man, she was literally the best character I had, besides Aurora, which is the name of the girl that's Child of Light. But the soundtrack for that game is just, in my opinion, soundtracks make any game. You can have, like, even this game, you can have a lot of great graphics, and I think that's one of the reasons that the Super Nintendo by far outpaced the Sega Genesis. The bit forms that came in the superior music in the Super Nintendo just, I mean, far outshine the Sega Genesis. I think so, anyway. Did we lose somebody? No, we're all here. We got this. It's only second level compounds. Go, throwing your little fire snowballs at me. Come on, buddy. Let's go get our 2 crowns. How much is your life worth? Well, apparently not. The Devilites, among other things, do not have a grand worth at this depth. Don't worry, I'll help you. We must open the path. Necrofilth and empowered hatred. Well, you know what? This is like a story of our daily lives, right? You may intend your life to be exemplifying the good, or something to that of that sort, and that's all well and good. But you might meet somebody whose pure focus is to, troll you, right? That's the famous anonymous word, right? Floating in the sea of anonymity. That's mainly the one of the giant deceptions of our culture. Is that they're, true for you, not for me. It's okay if it doesn't. If it's not affecting it doesn't hurt any. You can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. What else are the lies the culture teaches you? It's a lot of conundrums that sound good on the surface, but once you philosophically dive into it, man, look at the natural outworking of them. The culture tends to lie to you quite a bit because it puts you in place of God. Like, even it puts you above your, if you want to look at it in a secular sense, it even violates your indeterminism. Brother Purple, necrofilth. So we work alongside these people. And he has issues, but that's okay, we all do. It's just the guild name. Well done, you got hit twice by guys you shouldn't have been touched by. Gada! Please. Will I die? We all will. That's actually one thing that's guaranteed in life that we can all be certain of. The concept of absolute truth, right? Will we die? Well, there's an absolute truth for all terminal. To deny this is to deny reality, and there you go. There's a story about our modern culture. What do you see when you see the media? Do you see severely old people dying of sickness? Do you see young children being brought up well? Or do you see a bunch of spoiledness and lots of opinion and passion? Usually you see the beauty, the best that is in our culture, which is kind of interesting. The old. What do we do with the old? Well, we kind of hide them. We tend to we tend to push them out. They go to a home, Dad. No, that was just about the worst. We might die here. I hope not, because we missed him. Luckily, our shield kicked in, I think. I think this will do it. Just gotta. Whoop. All we gotta do is hit stun him with like anything during his attack. Glad the formula works that way. But we lost Necrofilth. I mean, his downfall is basically his name. Perhaps he would not have lagged if my name was not so offensive. I don't know. Anyway, I forget where I was going with that, so let's continue on with the new train of thought. The giant mug of coffee is never consumed yet. I'm wearing my karate gi to keep warm this morning. I decided to wear a sleeveless shirt in the mid-November. It's like 30-something degrees outside. It's probably the best gift I ever got from FedEx Supply Chain. I got the, does say FedEx on it. I got the, when I was still up and coming, working my way to the top. Just not even think. Another compound. Well, thank goodness. It's safe to charge, right? I got the luxury, if you want to even call it that, of having it. Oh, go Mike. Show that tiny little thing what he could become. Probably use this, right? Blah, blah. Blah, blah. You missed. Anyway, karate gi to keep me warm. Something my instructor does is he just says my students, oh no. You know what? Let's just do this. This is my opinion on this area. And yeah, I will soak the damage. I do not care. That area, as far as I'm concerned, in a uncoordinated team, is just an absolute mess. So we'll venture to bypass it and relieve ourselves a headache. Just, you know, well, I suppose we could sort of try to seek perfection, but I'd rather just get it once and go through it and not be pained. Just another reason why we hate compounds. Dislike strongly, right? Hate's kind of a strong word. But then if you say you dislike it strongly, I guess it's kind of saying the same thing. Anyway, young man, you have no guild. Nobody wants empowered hatred. That's right. You're empowered hatred. You are part of our lives. We will keep you here. It is okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I thread the needle. Oh, it's probably the worst place to stand. There we go. We did it. Speaking of lag, dude, it's been a while since we played Lockdown. Probably, Oop. He did. He did die. I will remember you, Ray. What'd you do? Oh, boo. Hello? Shouldn't enemies be spawning? Oh, okay, they did. Mike? Oh, okay, maybe we didn't need you there, sorry. False alarm. Dude, so anyway, I was doing a deep study of the concept of envy. N-V-Y. The quote in the book by Joseph Epstein, not the same Epstein that's been in the news, or I guess, like, not in the news anymore, technically, if you want to look at it that way. But, whoa, buddy. Let's not die. But I hit the number 7, right? There we are. But a different one, more of a, in the philosophical context, Epstein said that of all the sins, envy is the one that's no fun. Everything else, like, promises you something. Envy itself promises you nothing. It's to the point where, like, it takes every other sin and warps it. Like, it takes jealousy and says, not only do I want that, I want it so bad that I don't want you to have it. It's always in the, like, a British negative context. Maybe that's a hit on the British, I don't know. But it takes it in the negative. That's what I'm trying to say. Which is, you know, usually not good for anybody. I'm gonna get you, buddy. Told you. I'll get you again. And get your nose. Blah blah. Okay, got him. Good. Right onto the spikes as we not again. As we planned. Well-timed jump. Let go, please. Thank you, Java. Why gotta be like that, yo? Listen to my actions, not my words. Or something. Listen to everything I do. There are times when Java sees all, knows all. There's times when Java wants you to be 4 squares to the left. It just didn't tell you until 4 seconds after you made the action happen. Can you just shoot? He's right there. Oh my gosh, dude. Please help me. Anyway, so what envy does a lot of things. Envy is like a pure, it's like the opposite of love for one's neighbor. You know, there's a joke where, like, a Russian, an Italian, and an Englishman all are granted a wish by a genie, but whatever they have, and one and one. So the one wishes for, like, a lot of wealth. Or no, say the wish is like, you can name something someone else has, and so the music's still going, and somehow duplicate that. I can't remember the joke, so it's not gonna work. So the first guy wishes for, you know, a beautiful wife. Second one wishes for wealth. Third one mentions this cow and just says, I just want that cow dead. Like, he doesn't even want a copy of it. He just wants the other person not to have it. That's basically how envy works. It denies love of neighbor, and it denies the love of God. Because envy also, this is a solid loadout. We'll just go with this. Envy also, does not, like, it makes jealousy the center of your life. You define yourself by what you are not. You say God is unfair because he did not grant me the same kind of boons. Oh my gosh. That he did my neighbor. Mozart in the movie Amadeus, not Amadeus, I forget what the movie's called, but like, there's this guy that was on par with Mozart. But the thing is, he disciplined his life and said he would give a pious, chaste life if he would be granted, like, the musical gift. But he sees Mozart, who just goes like a giant philanthropist, and, you know, always with these women, always wasting his life on drink and everything else, but he's given the gift, even though he's done nothing to deserve it. So it also denies God's judgment, giving somebody else something better, just because he felt like this is a new area, by the way. Which is kind of nice. I actually got this one on film. On film. The digital expression of love. Not really, only in America. Our #1 export is entertainment. What does that say about us? Do I really need to... These guys are so good, they're only hittable by auto target, which means they're unhittable by us. Perhaps not. Anyway, Empowered Hatred has a Akron, which is probably the best thing to embody Empowered Hatred itself. What is this up here? That. Dude, this is also new? What is this? Preparation is your best tool for survival in the Clockworks. I've never seen this before, so maybe it's not new. I just never saw it before. Talking to everybody. Just a few more tests. Did I see something out there? Not really, buddy. Standing in front of the turret's probably not a good idea. Apparently they're not impressed by the newness. I am in. Okay, fine. Coming. Blah. We contributed greatly to the story, as we should in all role-playing games. We did it. I can't deny it. I'm not trying to hide it. So that's like 2 new areas. That one down there and that one, this one up here. I've never seen this one either. I'm loving this new Clockwork stuff. Dude, keep doing this. This is the stuff that'll keep me running Clockworks till like the freaking end of time, dude. Oh, we made it. Oh, meow. Oh, I didn't even look. I hope this is not the Vanity Gate. Thank goodness. Another mug of misery. What we have the other night? Lime, the hint of lime chips, and the and this cheese chili dip. Delicious. Add some coffee to that mix. It is the mug of misery. For lack of a better term or word. Anyway. I think I'll stop it right here. You can tune in tomorrow for the... Oh my goodness, it's the greenies. But you know what, we're gonna... Just to make things a little bit easier, we'll... I'm really surprised how much I've, like, changed my ways. And we want this as weapon 3. I'm not ready yet. Like, I used to be all about guns, but now, you know, it's the age of the sword. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching, guys. Enjoyed it. Click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.